Hey, Colony, welcome back. So, today I want to share something deeply personal and transformative with you. I want to talk about how embodying your siren archetype unlocks the most aligned opportunities. Listen, when I stepped fully into my Lilith siren, which is the first siren you need to get through, okay, owning my magnetism in a space, I saw opportunities appear that aligned with my power and my purpose and my pussy. I want you to experience that too. So let's go a little bit deeper into the Lilith siren energy. Lilith. There was a time when I would soften my voice in certain spaces, right? I'd let others lead even when I had the vision, even when I had the idea. But when I stepped into Lilith, when I activated Lilith, when I finally spoke my truth with my power and my purpose from my pussy, and my shoulders back and my eyes forward, everything shifted. I remember one moment in a meeting where I typically would have stayed quiet. Instead, I activated the Lilith energy and a door opened for me. A chance opportunity just found its way to me and a project fell into my lap. Talk about that more. Lilith energy is bold. And when you activate it, you attract opportunities that need leaders. No chasing. You just have a magnetic pull. And that's just one archetype out of the 7 we're going to talk about. When you embody her, when you activate the Lilith, you send out a signal that opens up the doors made for the Lilith energy. So today I invite you to ask, what happens when you activate your signature siren archetype? For me, it was Lilith, and the world responded. So as you all know, I created the erotic siren call workbook, which is available over on my Patreon. If you haven't gotten your copy of that, go and get that. Okay. You don't have to become a member, but most people become members and then they purchase the erotic siren call because they love the juicy, yummy, delicious information that I share there over on Patreon. Here on YouTube, this is a colony. This is where we get buzzing around the information. Okay. But over on Patreon, that is the sacred, sensual sanctuary. Okay. When you're ready to go deeper, when you're ready to not just buzz around the information, but receive and activate within yourself, then you become an initiate over on Patreon or you become a come member. Okay. So let's get into this. Now, there are 7 archetypes that I developed that were awakened and activated in me. For many of you like me, you are legion, meaning you are able to activate a plethora of siren energies, depending on the situation or the place or the opportunity or the circumstance. You are able to activate in whatever energy you need to activate at that time. But what I want you to know is you have got to begin at the root. You've got to begin down there. You've got to begin at the core. You've got to begin in your shadows. And your shadows is the Lilith energy. You've got to begin with Mama Lilith. Are you hearing me? In the shadows is where all your yummy, juicy, delicious power and purpose live. In the shadows of you is all of the stuff that you have taught yourself to hide and suppress and demonize. This is where demons come from, right? When people say face your demons, what they're really telling you, what that really, really, really means for you on this journey as an activated alchemist and chosen one, what that really means is recalling and remembering the powers that you've suppressed in the shadows, in the darkness of yourself. And how you remember that, not just face your demons, but become friends with them. Your demons are your allies. Ooh, get your copy of Activate, by the way. It's available on Amazon in paperback, no longer available in ebook. For some reason, and let me just share this information real quick. For some reason, Amazon, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP, has removed my ebook. They sent me an email saying that that somehow it looks like the services, my profile was trying to manipulate their services. And so I've been trying to fight this for the longest time because what that means is clearly my profile has been hacked by some scammers or hackers or something like that. But they said that it looked like that I was trying to manipulate their services. So due to hackers or scammers trying to manipulate KDP through my profile somehow, some way, shape, or form, the ebook is now removed. The ebook of Activate is no longer available. Okay. So only the paperback is available. And I think everything happens for a reason. I've tried to fight it. I've asked Amazon to research and try to figure out what's going on, because it wasn't me that's manipulating the services. I don't know what's going on. I've asked them to investigate and try to figure it out. The only thing that they're telling me is that it looks like I've tried to manipulate their services. They just removed it. They just removed it. They didn't give me any full explanation, any details, nothing. They just removed the ebook of Activate. So if anybody else is going through this, if you found some sort of resolution and you've gone through this, please let me know what you've done to rectify this for yourself. Please let me know if the people that have done this to you, if justice was brought, because my account has been hacked or scammed. And now those of you who are, out of the country or in certain countries that can't get paperbacks, you can't get you can't get a copy of Activate. For those of you who were depending on the ebooks, I'm really sorry, but hackers or scammers somehow did something with my account and the ebook is removed. And so it pisses me off because that affects those of you who can only get the ebook. So if anybody can tell me any information or share with me any resolution, I am all ears. Send me an email. I just need to put that out there. So let's get into the meat of this message, y'all. All right. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power, power into pleasure, and pleasure into purpose is sexy. I am your host and creator of this colony and the many colonies we're building around our globe and the sanctuaries we're building around our globe. I am your queen bee, Miss Burgess. If you're nasty. Not that we're just building around the globe, we're building it around our galaxies at this point. Also known as Legion. Okay, I can't even say aka sunshine or honey or just Lilith. I am Legion. But the meat of this message is we're going to focus on the Lilith Siren archetype, because that's the first level we got to get to if we're going to activate any other archetype and activate our missions and our purposes and step boldly into our callings of why we came to this planet. Like, we need to remember why the fuck we're here. Like, why was I born other than my parents having a wild night? That's the question that we all should be asking ourselves. Why were we born other than our parents having a really good time? It is our mission as activated alchemists and chosen ones to remember our purpose, to remember our power. And if you're here, you must remember that your power is between your legs. And we ain't talking about pussy power in the modern day new age bullshit. Okay, this ain't pussy power about putting it on Mike or Marcus or Tyrone and them. Okay, although you can, but this ain't about that. Okay. This is about awakening and arousing yourself in more ways than one, because once you arouse yourself, you remember your purpose, you remember your mission, you remember your power, you remember why you came, you remember your talents, your skills, your abilities, you remember why you came to this planet, why you chose to be born through your parents. You remember what you came here to do. It's time to remember it. I'm thinking about the government shutdown right now. For those of you that know, I work as a flight attendant, and the airports are insane. The airports are insane, honey. Domestic and international side, people are everywhere. It's taking 3 to 4 hours to get through TSA. So for those of you who are traveling, get to the airport 4 hours early. That is my recommendation. Get to the airport 4 hours early. There is another government shutdown. For those of you who do not know it, there is. And as of right now, the news is saying, ABC News, okay? All the news outlets are sharing that the Trump administration is now sending in ICE to work as TSA agents to cover for the TSA agents who are not coming to work, and they're not coming to work because they're not getting paid. ICE for TSA. I don't like to get into the politics of things, but for many of you, as y'all have heard me say many, many times before, many of your missions and your purposes are to be in politics. Many of you are supposed to be running for office, congressmen, women. You're supposed to be in politics. You need to activate your siren archetype, because that is going to help you be equipped with what you need to step boldly into political positions in this world. We need you, and we need you now. Y'all have heard me say this before. Many of your missions are to be in the public eye. If you're activating your siren archetype, you are supposed to be in the public eye. The siren archetypes are for people who are in the public eye. If you are working behind the scenes on a computer and tech support, this isn't for you. The siren, erotic siren call is not for you. Okay. For those of you who are called into politics to run for office, congressmen, congresswomen, okay, you're supposed to be in politics or creating policies or something. You are supposed to be activated alchemists and chosen ones, divine feminines and divine masculines are supposed to be taking on this world. You know why the world is in chaos? Because the activated divine feminine and divine masculine haven't answered your callings. So shit is running amok. It's like badass kids. It's like badass kids running amok. Why? Because you haven't answered your erotic siren call. Answer the fucking phone. We need you, and we need you now. So for those of you whose mission and purpose it is to run for office or be in politics, the erotic siren call is for you. Get your copy now. Okay. The Lilith energy is the energy you're going to need to run for office, and the Lilith, the Eve, and the Grace siren are the archetypes you're going to need, but you're going to need Lilith. That is going to be your core foundation, because if you know anything about Lilith, we're still in fucking Mercury retrograde. If you know anything about Lilith, the original mother before Eve, okay, she didn't give a fuck about other people's opinions. Not that she was callous, not that she was a bitch, but she was so intuitive and so empathic. You couldn't piss on her leg and tell her it was raining. I'm thinking of Jasmine. What's Congresswoman? She's I forget what she is. I think she's from Texas. She's in the House or Senate. Jasmine Crockett or Crooked, or is that right? Jasmine, y'all know who I'm talking about? She is in her Lilith energy. If you're going to be running for office, we need you right now. ICE, working for TSA, you're going to need your Lilith energy. Okay. So the Lilith, if you know anything about the Lilith, the original archetype, the original mother, she was of the shadows. Okay. She didn't mind calling shit out. She didn't mind calling BS when it was BS. All right. She wasn't a bitch though. She wasn't a bitch. She was intimidating to people who didn't want to be seen. It's kind of like, so the Lilith can see you. The Lilith siren archetype, she can see you. She's much like the mystic who's intuitive and can see you, which is also Luna, which is also the mystic siren type. Again, get your erotic siren call. You'll learn all about these archetypes. But Lilith could see. She would call bullshit. And so she was intimidating to people who didn't want to be seen. They knew she could see them. They didn't want to be called out on their BS. That's what the Lilith energy does, right? They didn't want records to be set straight. They didn't want the truth to be told. They didn't want to be held responsible for the bullshit. They didn't want to be called out on their shit. And that's what Lilith energy does. If you are going to be running for office, congressmen, congresswomen, future congressmen and congresswomen, you're listening to this, you're supposed to be in the public eye. You need to activate the Lilith energy, and we need you now. The world is in chaos because you haven't answered your call. 1313 on the timer, as I said that. 1313. For some of you, 13 is a powerful number. Taylor Swift sells out concerts, and 13 is her lucky number. Answer the call. Shit is crazy in the world because you haven't answered your call. So when you activate the Lilith siren within yourself, the opportunities are going to come to you. All right. I have a meeting that I need to schedule and get together, but I got an email, and the email was from somebody who's kind of in the family group, kind of friend of the family, and the friend of the family, they have a family member who's running for office, and they sent me an email the other day asking for a meeting with me because they want me to help run their campaign. It's because I've activated all of the sirens within me. So I am Legion, right? They want me to help them run their political campaign. Have I ever done anything like this in my life? No, I haven't. But I worked as a humanitarian and an ambassador. I did a lot of work around sex education and policy. When I worked with special needs, I did a lot of work around policy and Medicaid and all that kind of stuff. That was the closest I got to policy. I got a chance to chat with Stacey Abrams. That was the closest I ever got in politics. And so because I've answered the call in my life, opportunities are coming. Things that I wasn't expecting to come, but I should have expected to come, because this is what happens when you activate, right? I've also activated all the other sirens. Again, I'm Legion. So even in my sunshine siren, I activate energy. My charm siren, through my voice, because my throat chakra is activated, I attract speaking opportunities. I was working on a flight a month ago, and I was making announcements, and a passenger asked who was making the announcements, asked to meet me, gave me his business card. Turns out he's a world-winning composer and is sending me opportunities to do voiceover stuff, all because he heard my voice. I'm just saying, when you activate your siren, the opportunities come to you. But you got to activate, because the world needs you, and we need you now. It is insane out here. And the reason why it's insane out here is because the divine ones haven't answered your calling. It is for you to take up the throne. It is for you to take up the torch. It is for us to take the batons. You, divine activated alchemists, divine feminines are the new world leaders. And right here we got poisonous people running amok because you haven't claimed the throne. I'm hearing, long live the king, you know it. My body, soul, you the king, know it. It's time already, shine already. It's time already, shine already. It is time. We want heaven on earth. It's up to us to create it. It's for the divine activated alchemists and chosen ones. If you're listening to this, your mission is to be in the public eye. Your mission is to be in politics and policy. It's time for us to rewrite the rules. We don't like them, we rewrite them. We've got to get in position to do that. We can't keep complaining in the background, can't keep hoping to vote for the right person to do it, because no, it's for us to do. You know why those people didn't win? Because it was for you to be on that ballot. They didn't win because the position was yours. It's time already. Shine already. I'm going to end it right here. Get your copy of the Radic Siren Call. Become a member over on Patreon. Get your copy of Activate. It's time already. Till next time. I'll see you on the next episode. Ciao.